What happens when the influencer you trust most turns every tender moment into a silent sales pitch? You're watching your favorite rom-com only to learn the vows were sponsored, the bouquet prepaid product placement, and the smiling couple never told you. That betrayal of trust is exactly what millions felt when beauty world titan Mikayla TikTok's undisputed mascara mono voice that launched 1,000 Get Ready With Me's filmed a candlelit thank you dinner for her husband Cody and then casually slipped shout out to Ulta into the credits. One tiny line shattered the illusion that love alone had orchestrated the evening, sparking an eruption of backlash, legal debate, and a fresh spotlight on the creator economy's murkiest corners. To grasp why viewers felt gut-punched, rewind to Mikayla's meteoric rise. She wasn't groomed in a Hollywood studio or bankrolled by celebrities. She filmed in a cramped Boston bedroom, spoke through a thick accent, and fearlessly displayed acne scars brands airbrush out. Her candor cut through glossy perfection like a razor-sharp eyeliner wing, and viewers flocked to her in droves. By early 2023, she'd soared past 14 million followers, cooed empty mascara shelves worldwide in minutes, and signed contracts larger than many beauty conglomerates' quarterly budgets. But cracks appeared alongside the milestones. In a now infamous clip, he complained that being an influencer was so exhausting, try working 9 to 5 like I do. A rant that rang tone deaf coming from someone earning 6 figures for a 60-second video. Still, most supporters shrugged. After all, Mikayla felt authentic, right? Authentic, yes, but profitable too. Scroll her back catalog and nearly every highlight spouts monetization. European vacations doubling as product launches. Intimate favorites lists sprinkled with undisclosed affiliate links. Giveaways designed as follower magnets. More than gratitude gesture. None of this is illegal. She's a marketer, not Mother Teresa, but transparency is the silent currency fans didn't know they were spending. The more candid she seemed, the wider shopping carts swelled. The more carts swelled, the more brands raced to buy moments in her life, blurring the line between heart and hustle until it was dusted with pastel, HIGHTER. Enter Cody, Mikayla's husband, co-star, and sometimes unwitting prop. Last year, his battle with addiction took a public nosedive. After a devastating relapse, rehab, and months of hushed anxiety, the internet watched their private heartbreak unfold like a docuseries. Shaky-voiced updates from treatment centers, late-night confessions about fear and forgiveness, and, finally, an emotional homecoming that left comment sections swimming in heart emoji. When Cody re-emerged, he came bearing gifts, a framed photo collage, a neon love you more sign, inside joke trinkets referencing Taylor Swift, and a handwritten letter so raw Mikayla couldn't read without tears. In an era of staged storylines, this moment looked real. Two flawed souls rebuilding brick by brick. So when Mikayla announced she'd planned a surprise for Cody after a brutal week at work, fans leaned in, ready to cheer the next chapter. Her plan sounded ripped from a Nicholas Sparks chapter. A private chef would cook a 4-course menu of Cody's favorites while they savored a restaurant-level dinner at home. Mikayla's excitement proved infectious. She giggled about getting all dolled up, flirted with the camera as she lit candles, and whispered that Cody had no clue what awaited him when he kicked off his work boots. It felt warm, intimate, and apparently unbranded. Then, 23 seconds into the reveal, a crisp apron flashed across the screen, stitched with all to his unmistakable orange logo. Record scratch. New collective gasp. Why was America's biggest beauty retailer dressing the chef at this supposedly personal dinner? With breezy nonchalance, Mikayla chirped, "Huge thanks to Ulta for making this happen," and continued. Plating entrees, no hashtag ad. No partnership tag, not even a hashtag gifted buried in hashtags. For casual viewers, the chef might have been a friendly neighbor. For anyone versed in FTC rules, alarm bells clanged louder than a dropped pallet. Overnight, Ella's comment section morphed into a courtroom. So it was a brand deal. Was it genuine or for money? One follower asked. She retorted, "No, There's no money involved. Another pressed, "You didn't plan this." Ulta did. She fired back, "Ulta and I planned it together, for him." What's confusing? The more she typed, the foggier things grew. Was the chef free? Was it barter? Did Ulta pay? If a brand foots a four-figure bill for gourmet cuisine, that alone counts as compensation under FTC Material Connection rules. Gifting isn't a loop. Freebies bias opinions like cash, and federal law demands creators disclose perks clearly and conspicuously. A whispered shout-out after dessert doesn't count. Viewers who'd forgiven Mascaragate suddenly felt déjà vu. For newcomers, that fiasco unfurled early 2023 when Mikayla reviewed L'Oreal telescopic mascara as absolutely insane. Eyed watchers spotted suspiciously full lashes mid-demo lash clusters appearing out of nowhere. Her mounting suspicion, she doubled down, insisting her results came from the wand alone, igniting Mascaragate. Okay, though never proven outright, trust took a black smudge hit. If she might boost fiber lash sales with falsies, what else might she hype? Fast forward months, and the pattern intensified. On Amazon Prime Day, Mikayla hawked cooling eye patches as just sharing a deal. Only a deep caption scroll revealed a tiny hashtag ad buried among 50 hashtags. Marc Jacobs' perfect perfume got similar treatment. Lavish cinematography, effusive praise, partner tags hidden below a wall of emojis. Each isolated slip looked like oversight, strung together. They framed a creator dancing along the disclosure line with choreographic precision. High push limit endorsements outperform blatant ads. Research by Hypoditor shows concealed sponsorships drive up to 40% more click. When viewers believe praise is unsolicited, they tap add to cart faster. For Mikayla, each conversion proves her influence, boosting brand retainers and incentivizing looser labeling next time. It's a feedback loop that prints money while eroding faith. Yet Mikayla isn't alone. Fashion giant Lord & Taylor was fined for paying 50 influencers to post a paisley dress without disclosure. YouTuber Trevor Martin secretly owned a gambling site he promoted as a crazy find. Beauty vlogger Jaclyn Hill once re-released lipsticks fans found contaminated, then blocked critics. Currency issues plague the creator economy. Mikayla's case stings because her brand was transparent, argued. Mikayla's audience teens, two 30-somethings, binging short-form are uniquely vulnerable. They devour content at lightning speed, salty snacks in one hand, phone in the other, and assume authenticity unless shouted otherwise. When a creator frames brand perks as intimate gestures, she doesn't just sell product, she rewires what viewers consider real. And once that filter breaks, every recommendation feels sus. Comment sections after Chefgate brimmed with heartbreak. "I believed in you. Thought this was love, not marketing." Another bubble burst. Once punctured, rarely reinflates. Still, defenders chimed in. Actors do ads what's. The difference is disclosed. When you watch the Super Bowl, you expect influencer marketing thrives on blurring lines between friendship and commerce. If friendship is for sale, the price tag should hang in plain sight. Think of it as ethical product placement. Hidden tags don't just break rules. They borrow credibility unearned. The fallout pushed Mikayla into damage control overdrive. She insisted no cash-traded hands, calling it a simple collaboration. Yet that explanation deepened confusion. If Ulta engineered the evening gratis, free luxury still equals payment. Under FTC guidance, even comped hotel stays require labels. The issue wasn't whether Cody enjoyed the meal. It was whether fans were misled before dessert. Behind closed doors, PR teams likely scramble. Big companies fear fines. Regulators can levy $43,792 per violation, and brands share liability. Many corporations now require on-screen paid partnership watermarks. Yet Ulta seemed fine with a whisper. Industry consultants speculated the brand might tighten demand legal review of scripts, or quietly separate from Mikayla if heat persisted. Chefgate became a textbook in marketing ethics. Seminars, lawyers, dissected frames, the apron, the absent caption, the vague shout-out. Some classes debated parasocial bonds, how viewers conflate friendship with followership. Psych majors wrote papers on cognitive dissonance when authenticity fractures. Everyday TikTokers, armed with skepticism, scrutinized any influencer. Way too perfect to be true. There's a psychological layer. Human brains crave consistent. When a creator who built a persona on "I'm just like you" suddenly dines on branded foie gras, the dissonance burns. Either downgrade perceptions she was never genuine, or rewrite the narrative. Ulta must be generous. Both paths cost emotional energy, so most choose the easy out, disengagement, and algorithms punish drop-offs. Sponsorships hinge on watch time. Watch time collapses when audiences feel deceived. Chefgate didn't just risk an FTC letter. It threatened Mikayla's retention metrics, the stats she sells. Zoom out. The FTC updated endorsement guides in 2023, targeting short form. Disclosures must be immediate, no burying tags deep. They must be obvious, #sponsored, not spone, and they must cover any compensation. Ignorance isn't a defense. For years, beauty YouTube operated on winks. Regulators are awake. In 2024, the agency sent warning letters to over 300 creators. Many complied, a handful ghosted. A few hired lawyers. Enforcement may be sporadic today, but momentum is building. Will Mikayla change? She's no rookie, she's launching her own makeup line. Owning a brand should sharpen her appreciation for ironclad transparent, yet her disclosure habits are arguably deteriorating. Perhaps she's calculating. Bury labels, reap engagement, apologize if caught, repeat. It works, till it doesn't. To date, backlash meant trending hashtags and commentary videos, but one high-profile investigation could spook sponsors overnight, turning #AD overlays into survival gear. Some fans hold out hope. They recall older vlogs where Mikayla preached honesty, swore by cruelty-free testing, sobbed over troll. They believe she issue a heartfelt apology, adopt bulletproof labeling, maybe donate to an advertising ethics charity. Others foresee a gradual pivot into live shopping stream, each product placement disguised as story time until only cynics remain. Both futures hinge less on Mikayla and more on audience vigilance. Here's a reality check. Audiences aren't powerless. When fans call out shady disclosures, they put brand managers on alert. Corporate legal teams hate risk. Influencer deals are optional. Enough noise and companies will enforce transparency themselves, if only to dodge fines. Some beauty giants mandate clear verbal "this video is sponsored" intros, plus on-screen tags, plus caption hashtags. They run internal audits, screenshot proof, and hold final payments until compliant, because lawsuits cost more than clarity. Consider creators who label obsessively Valeria Lipovetsky flashes a D before every partnership. Her engagement barely dips. Some posts perform even better. Transparency doesn't kill authenticity. Deceit does. The moment Chefgate broke, smaller influencers posted "how I disclose brand deals" tutorials, winning kudos and followers. They proved honesty can be a growth hack, not a handicap. Yet Chefgate's most overlooked player is Cody. In follow-up stories, he described the dinner as unforgettable, thanked the chef, and marveled at edible flower mocktail. Many viewers felt protective. His vulnerability seemed repackaged as brand goodwill. Others empathized with Mikayla, arguing she's lived online so long she views sponsorship as default. It's possible both perspectives hold true, and that messy overlap is why Chefgate resonates. The situation illustrates how quickly personal milestones morph into marketing stock footage when influencers blur lines, while the legal dust collects incremental consequences unfold. Ironically, Mikayla's search ranking dipped in beauty review subreddits, replaced by creators known for radical transparency. Several PR professionals leaked memos advising caution on short-form deals lacking visible disclosure. Smaller brands paused campaigns pending internal policy reviews. No fines yet, but financial reverberations surfaced long before court summonses in private. Fellow influencers whispered lessons learned. Some quietly added paid promotion toggles to old videos. Others deleted borderline posts entirely. A handful thanked Mikayla, arguing her misstep forced them to raise standards. The ripple reached TikTok's creator portal, which updated guidelines, urging explicit text overlays. That's the thing about high-profile slip-ups. They accelerate industry change, sometimes faster than regulators ever could. Meanwhile, fans developed new critical viewing habits, scanning captions before hitting like, watching stories. For disclaimers, questioning lavish backdrops. Skepticism, once niche, is mainstream. While some fear it will kill spontaneity, history suggests otherwise, and thrived after requiring paid programming tags. Podcasts still flourish despite mid-roll ad bongs. Audiences accept ads, they just resent deception. By late 2025, Mikayla faced a choice: lean into radical honesty or double down on ambiguity. Her next product launch would signal intent. If she opens with, "This segment is sponsored," adds a caption label, and pins a disclosure comment, she acknowledges criticism and evolves. If she weaves another soft sell hoping watchers scroll past logos, she bets on collective amnesia. Either path is risky, but only one rebuilds broken trust. And that brings us to the broader creator economy paradox. Authenticity sells, yet selling authenticity erodes it. The incentive to commodify every breath collides with the promise of genuineness. Some influencers navigate the tightrope gracefully. Others fall spectacularly. The difference often boils down to this: do they treat viewers as partners or prey? So, where do we, the audience, go from here? Next time you see an influencer filming a seemingly spontaneous gift, glance at the background brand names on aprons, logos on wine bottles, shoutouts in captions. Pause before adding to. Ask simple questions. Were they paid? Was the product free? If answers aren't forthcoming, maybe hold on to your wallet, because if enough viewers demand clarity, transparency becomes table stakes, not a courtesy. As for Mikayla, perhaps the silver lining is that Chefgate fueled a conversation overdue. Influencer marketing isn't disappearing. Regulatory guardrails will tighten, will draft stiffer contracts, and creators who embrace frank disclosure will outlast those hiding disclaimers in #haystacks. In that future, dinners can still sparkle under fairy lights, just with a bright, honest label stating who picked up the tab. Until then, remember, when a dinner looks cinematic, ask who's paying the caterer. When a heartfelt letter rests beside a neon sign, check the fine print. And when an influencer whispers a brand name at the tail end of a romantic surprise, know that romance may be genuine, but so is the marketing strategy. Because in 2025's creator economy, nothing is truly free. Every gift seeks return, and authenticity, once fractured, demands more than tears to mend. Stay curious. Question each perfectly framed, and the next time a chef in a branded apron serves love on a plate, ask yourself, is this dinner devotion or just another unseasoned ad? So let's zoom out one last time, because the ripples from Chefgate stretch far beyond a single candle-lit kitchen. In the next 12 months, Congress is expected to review amendments that could turn today's polite FTC guidance into hardwired federal statute, complete with tiered fines that climb into six-figure territory for repeat offenders. Lobbyists for marketing conglomerates are already drafting talking points, while consumer advocacy groups rally for stricter penalties. If those measures pass, the casual shout-out may become a relic, and creators who once hid behind playful ambiguity will face a bright, regulatory spotlight they can't dim with ring lights. Brands, too, are feeling the tremor. Whispered conversations in corporate hallways revolve around the Mikayla Clause, a rumored contract add-on that would claw back sponsorship fees if an influencer's disclosure misstep sparks public backlash or legal exposure. Finance teams now model reputational risk right beside ROI. And some venture funds have started asking fledgling beauty startups for a transparency roadmap before writing checks. The business world has realized that integrity isn't a feel-good slogan. It's a line item that can either fatten or flatten quarterly earnings. Meanwhile, social platforms smell opportunity. TikTok is reportedly experimenting with auto-tagging, tools that detect branded products in videos and prompt uploaders to declare partnerships before publishing. YouTube is piloting an enhanced disclosure banner that follows long-form content across embeds, ensuring the hashtag ad label never gets lost. Even Instagram has quietly increased the visibility of its paid partnership tag on Reels, making it harder to hide behind playful fonts or grainy filters. The message from Silicon Valley is clear. If creators won't protect viewer trust on their own, will do it for them. All of this change loops back to the audience millions of everyday people scrolling on lunch breaks, seeking inspiration, entertainment, or a fleeting dose of human connection. When we reward clarity with clicks and question content that feels too perfect, we push the entire ecosystem toward honesty. An algorithm's deepest desire is simple: keep you watching. If transparency keeps you engaged while shadow promotion sends you packing, platforms will favor transparency every single time. So the next time a creator's timeline glitters with unexpected extravagance, a surprise, a last-minute tropical getaway, a 6-foot neon sign, spelling love, pause.
It's the micro questions that power macro accountability.
Was this gifted? Did a brand foot the bill? Where's the disclosure? Your curiosity is more than skepticism. It's a civic duty in the digital age. A tiny act of resistance against a marketing machine that thrives on And if you are an aspiring influencer working late into the night to edit your first sponsored post, take note. Authenticity doesn't mean avoiding ads, it means illuminating them. When you hold up a product you adore, look into the lens and say, "This segment is sponsored." Pin the relationship in your comments. Place it in your description. Your audience will thank you with loyalty deeper than any quick hit conversion metric. And brands will thank you with contracts that last longer than trend cycle. Because here's the final truth: Chefgate, carved into the timeline of online culture. Transparency isn't a hurdle, it's the bridge between fleeting virality and enduring influence. The creators who reinforce that bridge now will walk steadily into the future. Those who pretend the canyon below doesn't exist will one day glance down and realize the ground already disappeared. So stay watchful, spend your trust wisely, and when the next romantic dinner, tear-jerking proposal, or too good to be true glow up appears on your feed, follow the breadcrumbs of branding before surrendering your belief. In a marketplace saturated with scripted sincerity, genuine honesty is rarer and more valuable than ever.